So this time I'm saving the North Pole, specifically Santa and all of the penguins. And this is the first level. And that was the first level. Yeah. Well, I didn't make this game. I just play it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they've all been trapped. So damage boost. Ah, I missed it. All right, wait for the next one. All right, so just skipped out a bit of the first bit there. There are some skips, but mostly it just boils down to doing the game well. It's not that many tricks as such. It is. So, James Bond's physics are pretty nifty in some aspects. You jump on enemies to kill them. It's literally your only weapon against them, pretty standard stuff. If you're crouched, you're nearly invulnerable except from the top. So I tried to do a lot of crouch jumping when I can, like that. So even though I was actually on the ground, I shouldn't be able to hurt enemies, but I did. Not a bullet bill. So you notice I haven't actually rescued any penguins yet. Some of the exits can only be unlocked if you find all the penguins in a stage. But finding them is not exactly difficult, they just kind of show up anyway. So all the bosses take 8 hits to kill. If you're crouch jumping, then they take half as many. So crouch jumping is twice the power. So that's boss 1. Right, Sweetie Land. Yeah, no, that's a weird one actually. That should have done it then. It's down there on the bottom left. It's holding. Yeah, they're batteries basically. Yeah, but nothing of any use. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, these are penguin bars. Yeah. In the remakes for the GBA and PlayStation, they replaced the penguins with elves. Yeah, they remade this. Right, that's invincibility for marathon strats. So that was slope physics. Basically, if you're running down a slope, you gain speed. You can gain mega speed. It is possible to basically when you're on the ground, you slow down back to your normal running speed. But it is possible to. This cuts out a massively tedious platform section. Tedious and dangerous. Oh. So yeah, that's me finding the penguins. That was pretty. Oh yes, so James Bond also has multiple exits. So it wasn't any of those 3 exits that I passed, it just returns those to the starts. Spikes only count as spikes if you land on them. If you walk onto them, then it doesn't count. I don't know why they didn't just program that at all, but yeah. Yeah, exactly. I wondered what would happen.
You're watching ESA, European Speedrunner Assembly, having a speedrun marathon in Skövde, Sweden. We are donating for the organization Hand in Hand, member of a group of independent organizations working toward a shared vision to eliminate poverty, income generation and job creation. And we are currently watching James Pond 2, I think.
Yeah.
And after that we're watching James Bond 3 and then Final Fantasy 13-2, a race between David and Dirchens. We are taking donations for 13-2 with Sarah Costumes. You can donate for which costume will be played by Bikini, Style and Steel and Sumner Scarb, and we will play with the 2 highest one. Dear Sins with 1 and no, it's with 1.
Oh. No, actually that's a good thing, so I've replenished my health. So, yep, totally meant that.
And if we get $10, we will play Battle at Here for Newell. A costume. Battle at Here for Newell.
Those guys are as well, they just pop out. So you can actually jump really high in this, which is pretty handy. Like a lot higher than you would think a mechanically powered fish could jump. Yeah. Oh, come on. Okay, so this is a great chance to show you the slope. So basically, if you're walking at an incline and it's inclined enough, then you'll start charging at mega speeds. Conversely, if you're going up, then it's slightly slower. If you're on a flat surface, then you slowly go back to your normal speeds, and it's possible to maintain your momentum by jumping. Oh, okay. Normally, you have to get a lift up to there. I've never actually managed to get in here before without using the lift. So awesome. I try every single time, and I always fail. But that time. Ah. Sorry, that was me trying to glitch into the wall. What? Okay. Health. So that's missed me get my health back. Yeah. Unfortunately, there's very little chances in the speedrun for you to really use that. There's basically one. If I can hit it, it'll be mega awesome. But there's basically one opportunity that I have to really abuse the slope physics in this game. You do if it's on the ceiling. So if that bird had hit me, then yeah, I'd be a bit higher. Midriff. Nothing can damage the Robo exoskeleton. So yeah, this is the car. This is one of 3 vehicles in the game. It's the worst vehicle in the game. It looks good, but it really isn't. You'll see why when you see what the other two vehicles are. You also get to keep them when you leave levels. Yeah. Okay. And now, because I defeated that without actually getting rid of the cars, I've sort of glitched a bit there. So, boss 2 done. 5 bosses. Okay, best vehicle in the game coming up. Yes, it's a magical flying bathtub. It's my avatar on SDA. So this is an auto-scroller. It just gives you a chance to really have fun with the bathtub and hopefully not get killed by the controls on this one are a bit unintuitive because you press down to go down, but if you press up it doesn't do anything. You have to press jump. That's the wrong height there. But you get to keep the car. You get to keep the vehicles from stages to stages, just not through the end of levels. So there's basically one exception to that, which you'll see later on in the run. So I'm taking a bath into a bathtub, but this is basically a swimming level. So just for those of you who really enjoyed James Bond 1, here's the remix. Yep. Oh, there's more of those. I don't have the bubble attack in here, which is annoying, because I could really do with that, but never mind. Submarines from the last level. Okay. I'm not going to go gung-ho, I'm going to be careful. I can actually afford to take loads of damage in this bit if I want to, because, is it this one? Yes, it is. Again, it's actually a shame that well, not a shame, but even if I had, like, I was on my last bit of health and had very few lives, this part will just replenish them all. It's just an auto-scroller. But not only is it actually incredibly easy as an auto-scroller, just in case it wasn't too easy, they gave you an airplane. The airplane's awesome as well. Not as good as the bathtub, but the airplane can fly backwards without affecting my horizontal speed. Yeah, I'm basically invincible except for my head, which is quite vulnerable. But when I'm up here, it can't be hurt. Now that is just in case I wasn't invincible enough. I'm now invincible. I mean, this game really sort of piles it on you in the early stages. The hard stages, the later stages are actually much more difficult than this. Difficulty curve is a bit sporadic, really, as you can probably tell. Like some of the car stages were just mean. The games level is, I hate the games levels so much, especially the sort of chess and drafts bit. And that's coming up. So you get to keep the invulnerability until that wears off, which will be partway through this stage. No, you only get to keep it during rounds. When you reach the end of the level, you lose all your vehicles. Okay. Oops. So I have to get one of the middle 2 exits, otherwise it just puts me back at the start of the level. You had no way of knowing that without having got it wrong before, so... So this bird, if it hits me while I'm stretched, will do damage. That's why I avoid it. I could damage boost over those spikes, but I'm playing Marathon safe, so I've had enough go wrong with my games today. Right, sorry, that was that one. That first jump's actually normally pretty fine. I just missed the bird. And this one's impossible to miss. Interesting with this game is they don't have kill planes at the bottom of the level. You just get hurt. I mean, it might as well be made of spikes. So if I fall down to the bottom of the level, I don't die. I just lose 1 bit of energy and get boosted upwards quite significantly, which can be handy. But I don't think it is. I don't think I use it in this run at all. Okay, so 3 bits of health. Alright. This is probably my least favourite level in the game. Those balls that roll down the hills just troll you. There's loads of birds up there in really awkward positions. Yeah, not gonna fall that one. This is a very awkward bit. I have no idea what that noise was, so don't ask. I think I got to continue. But there's no real reason why I would have done, just from going up there. It always happens there. Oh, Fred. Didn't want to land up here. One of the reasons I hate this level so much is there's no health pickups at all, except there, with the bird. I have to go properly out of my way to get it, and I'll probably die trying to get them. Oh yeah, I didn't want to get those umbrellas, never mind. Lost about a second. Snakes and ladders! Yay! Alright. Yeah. Oh no! I forgot about that snake. No. Okay. I'm gonna die at this bit because this level is just awful. Oh yeah. Even though I had 4 lives, I've now got 4 lives. Even though I died. If you have 4 lives and you get a life, then it sort of stores it for you. I'm not sure, because that'll only extend to my 5th life. If I have 4 lives and I get 2, I don't automatically get a new life after losing 2 of them. I have to get another new life now to make that happen. That wasn't too confusing. Actually, I won't get the restart point. I should be fine. It's a pain to get, and it costs me health sometimes. No! Damn it, knew that was going to happen. So yeah, it's really hard to accurately deal damage to enemies when you're not crouch jumping, which is why I crouch jump all the time in this level. Ooh! And even then, it's not completely infallible. Alright, so this boss coming up is probably the hardest one in the game. Not the hardest boss in the game, but the hardest one to do quickly. And I'm going to be tempted to do her quickly. Bring your guards. No! Ah. So. Yeah, no, that one actually went really well. So I've got normally when I got 2 health, I died to her. I just got a bit too gutsy going for that last hit. I should have waited. So now it gets to these levels are much more fun, in my opinion. Yep. Well, they've got a game that features you saving chocolate biscuits, so yes, they are. I'm gonna get that health. Safety strats. Come on. But you can get up there if you're on the little Lego bits. Yeah. That was an example of tiny boosting. So go down here, secret entrance, and I want the no, that one. So that's this world done now. I've got a magical flying bathtub. I don't need anything else. Certainly not climbing that beanstalk. Oh, health. Health again. So just enjoy the music. Oh. No, let's do that. So I was trying to raise up and I jumped off by mistake. There you go. No. It's sometimes really picky about when you jump off. And if you get caught in areas of scenery like I did just then, or you get hit, then it kind of just ejects you without asking. There we go. There we go. So this next world actually has some really tricky platforming sections. Luckily I found a way to bypass them, because there's actually a plane hidden in this level. It was ages before I found this. I'm so glad I did. I mean, it may seem like I'm losing a lot of the skill by using the vehicles, but it is a lot faster to use these. Just because their horizontal movement speed is far faster than Pond's. Unless he's on a slope, but there aren't any slopes that I could have used here.
Okay guys, I just thought I should remind you about the Frizzy Man picture. The single, no, not the single largest, the highest total donation after Mega Man X2 will receive a unique and signed picture of Frizzy Man while after he was playing Contra. I think Tim's gonna show it to the stream now. Yeah, can you see it? A little bit closer. Come closer. Okay. Anyway, it says Contra Sub 11. Playing it safe.
So I just finished without it. Yeah, I lost the plane. Yeah, it was my fault really. I don't get to keep it anymore. So right. The tricky bit with that level is that there are a lot of birds about, which are actually pretty easy to deal with when you're walking pond, but when you've got a plane to deal with, then it's a bit trickier. Because it's actually pretty easy for them to hit you, and as you just saw, it's pretty easy to lose the airplane as well. So it happens. Oh crap! Get up, get up. See what I mean about there being no kill plane? It's just. Oh, yeah. It's also really picky about when you land on the platform. It sort of sticks you to it as you're going up like that, which can be useful, and other times is very annoying. So I would have lost the plane here anyway. So no real issues there. There it is. Can I get a time check, please? Cool. It's not bad. Oops. Losing the plane is really... I mean, I'm on the sort of speeds that I was before I discovered that plane, basically. I mean, the plane doesn't even fit into this level, so I think they just kind of programmed you losing it here anyway. So, yeah, this thing also has invisible walls. Good luck finding those if you didn't know they were already there. We can just, like, jump at every single wall until we get something. No. Again, the slope physics not really doing much to help me there. Although they are a bit fun to play with. Alright, refilled health. That's how we like it. And also scroller. No, even if there were, I wouldn't speed up anything. A couple of hidden exits. Well, not hidden exits, but bonus exits. So they take you to a bonus stage. It does mean technically completing an extra level, but it's actually quicker than waiting for this to finish itself, so I always go for it. And that's a backup extra life force. Missed it. No, sorry, it's another one over here. It's also a good place to stock up on parts and lives if I need to, but I'm actually full. I'm actually full at this point. I'm never full at this point. So this bit's got hidden pits there. That was hidden pits. That's why I jumped over it. This game likes to make a hazard out of everything. Oh, there is one there that I failed to jump over. You see some floating guitars about later on, and rather unintuitively they aren't platforms. So it really does look like you can jump on the guitars here, but you can't. It's annoying doing that. And last part of the stage. Yeah. And that one I activated by moving to the left. No. still working on the theory it's possible to get over that gap, but I've never managed it. They just put it in there to make you use your extendo suits. So, this is actually a very interesting boss. Because you can stun lock her. No! Oh crap, I can't tell which one's me! Oh, the other one. 2, 3. Oh! Yeah, the button was pretty glitchy. So that boss is fun because you can stun lock her, but it requires pretty precise timing. Yeah, because basically she doesn't move while she's recovering from a hit, basically. So this is the level where I get to use the slope physics, hopefully. It's always that one. It's really tricky to get past, but that was basically the use of the slope physics in this game. Because you're going to have to jump, and then in the next frame, missed it. It's alright. Reclimbing this is still faster. There we go. And then cannon. Oh, I almost overshot that one somehow. Right, so use the plane for this one. Basically, you need to fly. If you don't get the plane, you need to get wings. And wings are rubbish. And the plane's awesome. So this is the one and only appearance of the Space Invaders. They're pretty harmless from above, but yeah, they're pretty bad from below. But yeah, this game is unashamedly. It's not even unashamedly anything. It's just unashamed. Yeah. All those eyes staring, staring, staring. Always staring. Okay, so final boss coming up. Is it after this one? It should be after this. Should be this level. Should be the last one. Yeah. Right. So this boss can be done in under a minute. It's the only one that isn't vulnerable all the time, and it can be 2-cycled, and that's what I'm going to go for. So, do you want to be ready with the time? I'll cue you in. Oh no! Yes, got it. Okay. I got four hits worth of hits on him. So this should be fine because you can only normally hit him when he hits off. But if it's the last hit, then you can just do one at a time. Sorry? Nice. And there's Dr. Maybe. Dr. Maybe.